I don't want to know.
They cut it.
I don't want to know.
They cut it.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
They cut it and then they split it in half.
I don't give a damn.
Then they create a whole.
Or they open it this way.
I'm trying not to listen.
No, but you don't.
Mbona watu wanipati
Okay,
mimi,
sawa
mbona watu
basi,
wanipati
nimeacha.
mimi,
The guys who are
mbona
fleeting are the
wanipati
ones who
mimi,
have one.
mbona
So they
watu
actually feel it.
hawani. So like if you want to make a member for a babe,
You can
just start like pulling the skin.
There's that.
Maybe.
There's that, and then there's.
Guys, I
Okay,
don't want to know. Nilishasema.
Ama wanekeledi
Let's move on. Ulikuwa na
kitu
intro
ya
yako ilikuwa
kusati
nini?
hivi.
Hey! Intro yako ilikuwa nini? Aki watu kwa hii podcast.
Knock knock.
Sawa, tuanze basi.
Fungua mlango.
All right, take 2. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Who?
Ate?
Take 3. This is dealing with vienyejis. Take 3. Knock knock.
Did you call us vienyeji?
It took your.
Stay outside.
Huku ni kwetu.
You're not welcome here
Tumehama.
anymore.
You have ever gone to those doors where you knock and then someone says, Tumehama? It's us.
Okay.
Tumehama.
Ndio sisi.
Final take. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Who?
Who?
Kwani you're out. now.
Wow.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
Guys, I hadn't even missed you. If I'm
I
being
hope
honest,
you're proud of yourself.
I didn't miss you.
I really hope you're proud of yourself.
Mazuri?
There
Nothing
isn't much, is there?
Yeah.
Nashinda hapa tu tukiongezewa taxes
What's
zenye
been
hata hakuna.
crack-a-lacking? It's a dope show, guys. And I think today we're going to start a bit different. We're going to start with the comments.
Yes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I mean, shout out to everybody who's been enjoying the episodes. But let's read some of the comments from the previous
Episode.
episode.
Yeah.
So the reason we're doing this is because of Shiro Waivera, who says, you guys should be reading the comments every episode. Because why not?
We
All
agree.
right. Empire Cyber says, I can listen to these musketeers all day. Tumekuwa musketeers. All right.
Faith is asking Kwambox, why do you have a lighter on your chair?
That wasn't a lighter,
You
guys.
had a lighter?
It wasn't a lighter.
What was it?
You know, I had to even, like, me, myself, now, I was even checking.
You were checking?
I'm like,
Ilikuwa
hold
lip
up,
gloss.
wait a minute. Ilikuwa lip gloss, was
Oh.
Faith. Hiyo lighter inaitwa Fenty Beauty.
Oh.
Yes.
Fenty.
Fendi.
Naomi Joyce is lying. Kuna mtu.
Hakuna mtu
I think,
acheni
we,
na mimi.
I think we all saw that video.
Yeah.
And it's also been put as a YouTube shorts. And you can see the romantics. Mtu anatemenga tu na mtu hivi mkishika
Guy.
mkono and you guys are not romantic.
Taking videos of the shadows.
I think everybody agreed. I was really dying at the end. Imeshaje abruptly. Great episode as usual. I can't even remember how last episode ended.
I'm sure it was something very stupid.
Yeah.
I'm very sure.
And chances are we usually end at that place where I can't.
Leave while you're still on top.
Yes. So
while you're still ahead.
I can't.
Yeah, Arsenal should know that.
There's someone who said Joyce reminds me of Bubbles wa Powerpuff Girls.
Kwani nilisema nini?
At number
Ujua
at,
anasema minute 40:23. Nilisema nini?
Ama
Mimi
ulikuwa
hata sijui.
ulikuwa auelewi nini inaendelea.
Probably.
Yeah.
That is very plausible.
Keep them comments coming in. I see someone saying loving our content. Shout out to Wazy Onyango anasema, can you share your story in your relationship but have limits? Loving the podcast even though today you've confined Kerry. Hebu tuelezee kwa nini people usually think
tumekuconfine
you're
aje?
confined.
I'm a gentleman. You know, I let ladies speak. I'm not going to talk over you.
That is
How long
code,
have you thought of that answer?
that is
you
code
came
for
prepared.
Sina
Nah,
points.
not really.
Hiyo ni code for Sina points.
Guy.
Oh, God.
Alafu
Sina maoni.
shout out to Dorothy. Is like, if you're calling the main character movie starring nimefikiwa na miaka. Girl, let me
That was
tell
the main
you.
point of that, of all that anyway.
Na bado. I'm the starring in my movie. Yes.
You are the main character.
Yeah, but guys, have you been?
All right.
Umekuaje?
Umekuwa tu sawa.
Cramps.
Just chilling.
Menstrual.
Ambia kila mtu. Tell everyone.
Hygiene.
Tell everyone.
No, super
Tell
periods.
everyone.
You're not on your
just
periods?
shouting. You can't just like
Girl,
let
this
me
is
have it in peace.
2024. They can see it on your face.
No, they can't. I don't know.
Joyce walked in here and she came in with such, hey, nakwambia chakula inaweza change mtu, man. If we had recorded when she walked in, guys.
It's because my painkillers hadn't kicked in. They've kicked in. And now they're wearing off. So can we get this party started?
How many pills do you have to pop?
It depends. If I have to be like super active. You know, I have problems. I have so many problems. I shouldn't actually even be seated here right now because of how much my cramps are. I'm this close from being like an endometriosis warrior. That's how bad my cramps are.
Bruh, Paula, man.
Hey, Paula.
Yo, me.
But I do it for you guys.
Like, nowadays, my periods, I think they're just like 2 days or 3 days.
Must be nice.
I know. I try to brag about it. Because all you ever hear about periods is like, so pain, long days. I'm just like, all right, thank you so much. Can we have the mic now?
So
Sucks to be you.
Sucks to be
Wow.
one thing I got to
But
notice.
I do get, ladies are talking, gentlemen.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I knew this shit was coming to bite you.
Oh, wow. You couldn't even wait.
Wait, okay.
We're
I'm sorry.
sorry.
I'm
We're
sorry.
sorry.
Tell us about your periods.
Oh, one thing I got to notice, if you want a guy in the room or if you have a guy boss and you don't want them to keep on asking you questions as to why you late to work, why aren't you showing up, where were you yesterday, just say you had your period. Like, we keep quiet.
That's true. Like, what did you ask me to, like, today? And I told you, well, when your vagina is falling out of your body, he went quiet. He didn't even say anything after that. He just moved
like
on. He was
sour.
like, never mind.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Never mind.
There are bosses who have had everything, okay? There are bosses who have had everything. And especially if you've been my boss, especially when I was very young, you had everything. But now even you're just like, what? Your periods are... Can you sit down? Can you sit down?
You've used everything. Everything.
I mean, even when you're saying I'm having explosive bouts of period. He's not going to ask his
Gushing
wife.
out of my...
He's not going to ask his wife.
Oh, wow.
I'm just like, I'm having the most explosive bouts of period. I can't even sit here. I shudder to think what would happen in this office. Like, go.
You just go
Everybody
quiet.
take cover.
Once this guy Googled, and he's like still doing things. Shout out to Eric Latif, big up yourself.
Yeah.
I used all sorts of freaking excuses to get out of assignments. That time I'm just like, fuck, I want to
You
sleep.
made it sound like your uterus was about to burst.
Bro, I made it sound like I had endo as a pet. Right? Like, I lived with endo. Like,
sure.
I have to go home and feed the endo. Like, it was like, when don't you have periods? When your boss has to ask you, like, just let me know which days you're available.
Yeah.
Minus period.
Minus.
Because every day it's just like, can you do this? I say, is that period calling me?
Yeah. Hello?
It's terrible. Yeah. But like, I used to use it on my colleagues.
I like the you're pointing. You're like,
No. But I feel like sometimes it's muhimu. You see the way you walked in and you set the pace.
Disclaimer.
So everybody knows that, all right, cool. So she's not necessarily herself.
Yeah.
Right? So tread carefully, right?
Unhinged.
So you want to play games, you want to be like, and
after I'm plotting your death.
do you know what I mean? Yeah. So me, I used to walk into the studio. I tell guys, because I'm working with gentlemen.
Yeah.
Well, at that point they weren't. It was just guys.
They were
I'm working with
boys.
guys, right? And someone can say a joke there. Someone can say something about like your physicality, and you're not in control of like how you feel. So maybe it was funny yesterday,
But today it's not.
I'm just saying, I can't. And then now tomorrow I have to face these guys, and I was crying yesterday. So I'd rather just say it there, guys.
Today is
I'm
not
on my
the day.
fucking period, right? Today's not the day.
Yeah.
If you're gonna crack a joke and expect me to support you on that joke, I'm not.
Yeah.
If I don't feel like I'm not gonna support you.
And if you expect
you'd
me-
actually say it from the door, like you should walk into studio and be like, this 3 days that are gonna be on the show, you need to make sure that you just
Tread carefully. Yeah.
If I come at you, Vibaya, just know it's because I'm cramping. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. True.
Now we know. Thank you.
But before I told them, the first time I realized that I needed to say it.
Yeah.
So, we're doing a radio show. Like, all sorts of jokes can be cracked. Like here on the podcast.
True.
Can be saying some shit. And it's all fun and games. It's to be left here. It's
True.
nothing personal.
True.
Yeah. Kuna siku moja nilikatch feelings kwa radio. I can't remember. It was you.
What
It was
happened?
Mike. No, I think it was you. And I caught a feeling. And I'm like, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me that.
No, because we are honestly different people at that time of the month.
That's
so you
what I'm
can't,
saying.
like, our hormones are not functioning the way they're supposed to be functioning.
I find it hard, like how you could be able to to understand whether like you're going to be extremely pissed, you're going to be hungry, you're going to want
Even
like
us, we
your
don't
person
know.
around you.
Even us, we
you
don't
don't want
know.
them there.
Even us.
Iki tu ni
Your
pata
guess
potea.
is as good as ours.
And which one is
Pata
best?
potea.
Like before, during, or after?
Just that period before and during, it's very...
Depends, yo.
you could kill someone, or you could like, find the best version, like emotionally, like, oh, I'm a crybaby, or like I could just want to kill you for breathing. You never know.
You're not a crybaby. It's just your tears become waterfalls. Fountains of youth. The other day I found myself crying in traffic.
Why?
Like, we're here talking about periods.
I'm sorry.
You say your part, and then I say my part.
Why?
You say, why?
No, I'm like, why? In traffic?
No, it was just, I didn't know that my periods were coming.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay, makes sense.
And I was so lucky because I feel like 20 minutes before I was with people, right? So these tears
So it could have happened.
Would have happened there, right? So, and the thing about being emotional is sometimes, this wasn't even what we're supposed to talk about, but we are in here.
We're
yesterday
in
was
deep.
menstrual health day.
Yesterday.
And we should normalize talking about periods, especially as a girl. You're working in an office with guys. Ni afadhali waambie wajuange, wajue ni periods. So me, I'm there, and if it's even like I know, like when my periods are coming, I even avoid hard laughs. Right?
Stop.
No, for real. No, listen. Let me tell you what happens. So I'll be like. I can't
Stop.
I'm not sure. Like I never like to push myself over the edge with emotions because I could just start.
It could go extreme.
I could see something nice in the office and guys start clapping. Oh, it's JMO's back.
I really shouldn't be laughing.
What's going on? I don't know. It just feels my fucking life sucks. Then someone has comforted you. They're like, Combox, don't worry, you got this. Look at all the things you're doing with your life. Like, Combox, you're easy. Yeah. And then, you know what, guys, I have to go home. Then I get home. Like, fuck.
Why did I leave the office?
It's my periods. Someone is going to be talking to me tomorrow about mental health.
Yeah, no, honestly, there are certain emotions, even me, that I feel I have to go and check my calendar. I'm like, I knew it. Honestly, this is so unlike me.
Honestly, like there's a time I almost quit my job. Like, shit is crazy. I'm telling you, periods. Must check it. And you see, we're talking about them like it's funny, but
but it's not.
These are like, just imagine. Today you can wake up and
you're extremely
cancel
happy.
Everything. You're just like, I hate the stuff that I'm doing. This person, you start writing to them, goodbye notes, like you forget you can no longer be friends. Then you do all those things. You even tell your landlord you're moving out. Like you even buy a trip tickets. You need to start doing new things with your life, right?
And
like even the food you usually eat doesn't even work. Now you need to start the gym, right? After you do all these things, 2 days, your period comes. Then you realize,
never mind. Now
you start apologizing to people and your employer.
So what's worse?
You have to take back your resignation letter.
The pain or the feelings? Like what's really worse about periods? Because guys would think that periods are like the worst thing about it is the cramping, the pain, like you feel you're being stabbed, as babes would describe. So it looks like it's the whole thing.
It's a combination.
It's the whole thing.
Okay.
I mean, let's just go back and forth. Let's see what you don't say, I'll say, right? So, of course, let's start with the fucking pain.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what has my diabs? What has my thighs? What have my thighs got to do with reproduction? Like, why must I
my
feel?
diab, man?
Or everything. Why? All right.
Yeah, do you know there's someone who actually scientifically it's been broken down, the whatever decimals that are used to to calculate pain, like having your period is the same as having a heart attack. So we go through that every month.
I don't know who the fuck is putting it alongside a heart attack.
No, but it's true.
The person who's heart attacking is on their way out. I have to sit here with this pain
for every month.
I'm sitting here, like I'm just like.
So imagine having a heart attack every month, and that's normal periods. We're not talking about people like me who have PCOS and other people who have
endo and stuff. This is just normal, like me now.
And you have to be admitted every time you're on your period.
And then there's also you've forgotten like the basics. Like you can just be like cute, like you've woken up, say, oh my god, and then there's this huge, like you have a horn. You have a horn. You're now a unicorn. You now have a unicorn, and you have to have this thing for the next 2 weeks. Why? Because there's blood coming out of your vagina. It's like, how these two things relate? Why can't you be like,
why can't you just send me a message like, hey, you're not pregnant? That would be great.
You know what?
That would be awesome.
Periods behave like mosquito.
What do you mean?
Why can't you just bite me in silence?
Like, why do you have to make all this noise?
Why do you have to
and announce?
It's the entrance. Like that video for the line.
Yeah.
That's how you know your periods are coming. Hey.
Yeah, so we have to deal with acne, pain, I don't want to say unnecessary emotions.
Let me tell you,
Is there diarrhea?
Chill. Let me break
lot
it down,
of it.
bruv. Let me break it down. We haven't
I
even
saw
touched.
that too, man.
Wait, how did you know about the diarrhea?
I mean,
Girls.
I listen to babes.
Oh,
See,
cute.
I've not even told you how sometimes you can have like things can just start smelling bad.
Yeah.
Like your sense of smell can be super heightened.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
All
and
of
you're
a
just
sudden, you're like,
even
that's
your
the
own
worst perfume. Yeah.
Your own perfume. Hile yenye unafanyanga
Yeah.
Now you're just like, who's that? And why
Yeah.
do you smell so? Ebu kwa box toka hapa. Nani wewe?
Nani wewe, imagine.
Like you can't stand, like they're just smells.
Let's
you
not
can
even
wake up.
mention the nausea,
Yeah.
the headaches. It's just, there's nothing fun about it. I'm just like, why can't Mother Nature just send us a message and be like, you're not pregnant?
Yeah.
That would be great.
Technically, if guys had periods, I feel like there'd be period leaves.
Or they'd have
Which
to
is
stay
an
at
actual
home.
thing. Which is an actual thing. There are employers who offer period leave.
Yeah, you should, man. Do you know
Right?
what I'm going through right
I don't
now?
think it has figured in Kenya, but if you're in an employment where there's period leave, tell us about it. And have you ever taken period leave?
Yeah.
Right.
There's some people who are walking around. They created a video. They had this machine that would induce the same kind of pain,
Yeah,
that you get on periods, and it was like at different levels. Like I think
Yeah, those level 1 to I think 10. Was it 10 or 9 somewhere?
And the guys couldn't go even past level 2.
Yeah. And we have to go through level
Man,
10.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Respect women, please.
Just ask
So
now.
heartbreak is yours too.
Tunataka chukulia ni machali ndio wanalianga. Siku hizi heartbreak tumewacha machali. But anyway, let's move on. Shout out to all the ladies out there and gents who are learning about menstrual health. Remember, there are a lot of women out there who, till today, and girls who do not have access to sanitary towels. So if you've learned something and you're like, wow, that's really a lot for women, maybe you can make a donation to a lot of the companies that are doing, maybe who? Like
Our neighbor here,
Janet.
Angie.
Yeah. We're going to put the description
Yes.
here. Yeah. Maybe you can make a donation.
Yes, please.
Where
and
Gilly will
thanks.
put this thing. I don't know. Gilly.
Gilly is the one who decides.
Wherever Gilly has put this floating number is where I'm pointing at. So point my finger to that thing right now. Yo, so let's get into things we've been seeing.
Yes,
Right?
yeah,
Because we have a big topic we need to unpack, which is about marriage. But first, what have you been seeing?
What have I been seeing? So Dave Chappelle is coming to Kenya. I don't know if it's this weekend.
Fuck that.
What do you mean this weekend?
Shit.
Is it? No,
It's today.
It's today.
Yeah.
Oh
Exactly.
my God, it's today.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the story is that I saw a tweet or like a caption of someone talking about it. So he's not even being paid, right? So Dave Chappelle was in the UAE and he said, you know what, I would really like to do an African tour. So Etihad Airlines was like, you know what, we have a direct flight to Kenya, we can sort something out for you. So he went, he started doing his research, bumped across Punchline comedy.
Yeah.
And he was like, this one, let's go here. So see, of course they reached out to the person organizing it, yada yada yada.
I'm sure they thought. You imagine you receiving an email.
bro,
this is Beyonce. Sad response.
So funny. I know this is a comedy club, but haha. So I don't know who's actually in charge of the comedy club or who is in charge of organizing it. They didn't mention names. So anyway, they reached out to him and within seconds, tickets were sold out. So he's here to do research to see what it's like before he plans his tour.
He's actually sampling jokes. So actually,
You
comedians
said
do that.
he's not being paid.
He's not being paid. He's
Why
here
are people
to
paying to go see him?
No, I mean,
see. He's here to do
the owner
research
of the event.
of the event
owner
of
the
Punchline.
event. Look, if
Nah, but you ain't paying this guy, so I mean, see.
But he's the one who's decided. Are you going to force him to take money?
Angesema Dave Chappelle is coming. The first 50 people kwa comment section get the ticket.
I mean, I don't know what the arrangement was,
guys,
but maybe he just wanted to support the Punchline Comedy Club or something. I don't know.
Guys,
right?
think of it like
Cool.
this, right? If the gig was free,
What kind of organization? It wouldn't be very well organized.
Yeah, so the best way to really, cap it and just have the right people for comedy, because there are people who'd come there just to see Dave Chappelle and take selfies.
Exactly.
But you want people who will actually come because
For the comedy.
because they are deep Dave Chappelle fans. So removing 7K.
I'm a deep Dave Chappelle fan.
We
man.
didn't get an opportunity,
Yeah,
bruv. That's
as
what we
in-
didn't get.
Yeah,
We didn't
and
get
then
an opportunity.
actually
Juliana.
now that's getting me to my point. So this guy, he organized the other things were sold out because like, oh, we need a bigger venue, blah blah blah. So Bien called this, said he's a comedian and he's one who organizes Punchline and whatever, and he called
Bien
him and
Sauti
asked
Sol.
him, Bien Sauti Sol.
Nani, 'cause, Onyango.
No, see, you said Bien said he's a comedian, so I'm
I live for
Bien
this shit.
is a comedian.
Bien called the organizer of the comedy club, and I think he's also a comedian, and asked him for 2 complimentaries. And this guy went and told him, bro, do you know how many times I've texted you, I've even DM'd you to come support me, and you blue tick me? But now that Dave Chappelle is here, he basically told Bien to go and fuck off, like not really said it. And he gave priority to his like number 1 fans with the tickets. It's like people who always pull up for his shows, he gave them priority. So when Bien was calling him to ask for comps, he's like, bro, you've blue ticked me God knows how many times. Yeah, no, your one show. Yeah. He's like, you've blue ticked me every other time when I call you. Now that Dave Chappelle is here, you want free tickets. I gave priority to the people who pull up and support me on the regular. And I was like, well done. I liked it. I liked that very much.
That's crazy.
Good job. I can't remember his name. If you guys know who I'm talking about, put his name in the comments.
Shout out to Punchline Comedy. I absolutely stand.
I've been there like once and it was funny.
You guys have been doing amazing. And you know what? Like, I'm proud of you guys. Like, if you've got an extra ticket,
even you'll be told to go fuck off.
By the time they see this shit, Dave Chappelle atakuwa already and shit to America. I can't believe I'm missing Dave Chappelle. But I have to be honest, I'm kind of glad that I didn't get the tickets, because if I paid 7K, then these were not like the solid jokes that I usually see on TV.
Yeah, you'd be
because he's coming to sample jokes here.
Exactly,
right?
He doesn't understand the market
to
yet.
look at the audience and then decide the jokes.
Yeah.
So anezangalia hapa maze joke chape, and then I'm just like, where sasa wewe hata si Dave Chappelle, when Dave hiyo joke imechapa. Yeah, but which I highly doubt. Again, I'm just talking because I don't have tickets.
I don't talk badly. Can you just be happy for the people who got tickets?
Episode tunge record. Wacha tu niwaambie. Hii kitu tungekuwa tunafanyia kwa Dave Chappelle. Real talk.
But yeah, standing on business, I love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
What have you seen?
Bobby Valentino was in Kenya, I think last weekend for some R&B gig. And
there's a story here. Continue, Kerry. Continue.
And when Bobby V fika,
first, before you get to that story, nitoe kitu kwa roho yangu. Nitoe kitu kwa roho yangu niwache kusikia uchungu.
What is it?
We were supposed to go for the Bobby Valentino dinner.
Yeah.
Right?
We were?
We were.
Yeah,
well, I was taking you, but you had plans. Shit.
Bro, I'd have shown up. Fuck my plans.
No, you were not fucking your plans.
I'd have come like and left early.
You were going for a fuck plan. I don't know.
I'd have left early. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Anywho, so this PR agency, I'm not going to anika them maze because staki kuanika. Wakanihala maze. So, and you like, this shit pisses me off, man. Like, they call me, they're like, yo, Combox, I kind of confirm, we sent you an email. I'm like, yeah, I haven't checked my email, whatever. So I'm like, they tell me about it. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll be coming through with Boxpod.
Yeah.
I say, cool. Then she calls me and said, you can't come through with Boxpod. It's a dinner, right? And we hadn't confirmed, like, you're coming through with Boxpod.
Yeah.
So, they'll just come for the mixers. I'm like, cool, no wahalas. I'll come for the dinner. And then, but at this point, do you remember I was telling you, like, I don't know. Then she calls me and tells me, no, actually, we've canceled the dinner. It's just a mixer. Nikasema, no problem. Me, I call Carrie. I was just say, hey, at this rate, these guys are so confused. Should I even go? Is there a Bobby Valentino? Is there? Am I ready to give me to Bobby Wamnini? Right. So fast forward like an hour later, I check my Instagram and guys are sitting down for dinner.
Yeah.
I think they chomoed us. And here's the crazy part. I'm texting with King Kanja. He's like, yo, where you at? I'm just like, I'm on my couch. My body's saying no. Yeah, real talk. Like, literally, they chomoed us from the dinner. Like, I'm in my head, I'm just like, why would you invite us? And then now, is this what usually happens to celebs? Because, like, for me, I never, ever, like, Jesus has come and he's given a dinner.
Jesus has come
to meet Sidri, the
Last Supper.
He wants to meet Sidri, the influencers of Nairobi, content creators, whatever, radio presenters. I've been invited for a lot of this. The only thing is, I feel like there's no mutual respect in how you're treating. As much as this person is there you're here to meet us.
Yeah, you're immersing into our,
So, as much as you want to show them a good time, be respectful about who you're inviting. If you're going to invite me somewhere and then uninvite and lie, I found that very tasteless.
Yeah.
Like, now in my head, I'm just like, wait. So mlikuwa mnafikiri tunakuja kula kila kitu. Because nilikuwa nakuja na appetite.
Kukula tunakula bado.
Sorry.
You
I
may
got that off my
continue.
chest.
It's okay.
That's
you may continue.
fishy, though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very sus. It's very sus.
It's
It's very sus.
not cool.
Do better.
Speaking of Bobby, yeah. So when he was in the country, when he figured, they asked him, like Apo SPM bars ni wamefika press conference. So yeah, you're back to Kenya. How was your trip here? Like he actually mulikad KQ and said that the flight from JFK to Nairobi, it was long, but there was no Wi-Fi on the plane, and the movies on the plane were absolutely boring. Like movies from the 1980s. Until you could do better, please put Wi-Fi so that we can be able to entertain ourselves. And he actually compared other airlines and said that it wasn't cool. Man.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the only thing he highlighted. And then when he realized that he was like kind of hating kidogo, he switched up. He switched up for a bit. He's like, yeah, but I love Kenya. But yeah, we need that Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Honestly, like I'm with him 1000%. The only question I'd ask KQ at this point, if it's the president is being asked about private jets, and it's just say KQ would have been more expensive.
It would have been more boring. That's why I didn't want to go with it. How much more
expensive we talking about? Just tell us the truth. All right, here it is. Bobby Via said it.
Yeah.
Bobby Via, it's boring. That's
Thank
why.
you. So at a president anaona bebapa na ma-entertainers andaanza kuambia idibutita nini. Alafu kuchapa stories with him the whole journey. Just like apana let a private
Now we have to have an actual conversation.
Imagine. But guys, we spent 200 million to go to America.
Yeah.
Don't remind me, please.
Yeah.
It's very depressing.
Anyway, we are a country of ballers.
And we paid for that plane like each and every single day. It was on the tarmac. Because you pay for the parking fees and you pay for the plane per day.
No.
Every single, it's counted.
And he was gone for how long?
For like 4 days.
Yeah, they were
Why
for a while.
wouldn't, at that point, you're paying parking. Pambia dere, chapa laps.
But now you're using
Atlanta.
Ingia for Atlanta and then New York.
No, you can't have.
Guy.
You when you have a dere, you just are making parking artists what kanjo fees. Unamwambia chapa
Kwa
laps.
unafikiria jet fuel ni kerosene? Where do you think that fuel is going to come from? You still have to pay
It's
for
closer
it.
to kerosene
We can subsidize.
than petrol.
So, Mr. Pilot.
Wait, guys. You can't say such things.
No, apparently kerosene is like closer to
Jet
No,
fuel.
it's not.
I swear, when they're distilling like fuel, kerosene and jet fuels in a Caribbean.
Stop joking. I can't remember who was talking about mixing certain mihadaratis. I don't wanna, mixing mihadaratis, not just the one. When you put something extra in what you're supposed to be smoking, then he described it as ni kama kuweka jet fuel kwa Subaru. Like
kerosene. Kerosene.
Not kerosene.
Kwa bangi.
Not kerosene.
Yeah.
Like you see though you put other drugs in before you roll the
Like Piriton.
weed. Not like Piriton. That Piriton.
People put Piriton.
People put weird things.
I have no idea what the fuck you talking about,
Okay,
girl.
people put a little extra in before they roll the weed.
Uh-huh,
yeah.
yeah.
So when you
Extra
mix
what?
like anything,
drugs.
cocaine, LSDs,
okay.
whatever they want. So that guy was explaining it and he said if you do that, ni kama kuweka jet fuel kwa Subaru. Like itakupeleka. It will go, you will go.
Me, all I know is when
So
I was
please.
growing up, guys used to say kisi, bangi ya kisi na ikonga kerosene. So like you see how kisses have cheesied.
So it's in your DNA,
Like, let me tell you, like when we were growing up, like you know the way like you're in your teen years and like you go shags, and like they talk so much about bangi. Like don't smoke bangi.
Utachizi.
Please,
Yeah.
like you know that when Paka they're begging you.
Yeah.
It's kidogo they even tell you, okay, don't smoke any bangi here. It's better you come with your own.
Yeah, don't smoke one from here. Hapa utachizi for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, something I saw. What have you seen?
What have I seen? I saw this it was from a few months ago, but it popped up on my timeline again. And this lady was talking about how if your boyfriend ever cheats on you, don't bother cheating back at sleeping with his friends, sleeping with his father, or kumwonyesha. You're like, do not involve your kuchi in the revenge. She was like, what you should do is nunua family planning. You know, these pills, the pill or whatever people use for family planning.
Yeah.
And then start blending a pill a day in his smoothie or his food or whatever. Alafu mpatie for 1 week. By the end of that 1 week, atakuwa memea matiti. He won't be able to have an erection.
psycho.
Atakuwa amenona. And then she was like, so just, body shame him and then leave.
That is someone who's hurting.
It sounds so illegal, but it's so
people-
diabolically good.
People
I feel
people
like I
get
should
hurt,
say
but
it
you don't
doesn't
get to that
so
extent. man.
diabolically good.
It doesn't only
No.
sound illegal.
It sounds so illegal.
It is
though.
illegal.
Okay, yeah.
It is wrong
but
morally,
it's
psychologically.
genius.
Yeah, man. It's
At your own
psycho.
risk, but that's genius. Like wow, that is.
As in,
I'm sorry.
you're there, babe. Is it just me or mom adding weight?
Yeah.
How do I look?
Your matitis
It's
are
just
becoming
anytime you move
sensitive.
like this, she's just saying,
Naanza
Babe, una
kulialia.
kafiti.
Yeah.
Imagine if there's a guy who's watching right now and he's just had a ping.
He's like, that's the fuck what happened? Oh
That's
my
what's
God.
going on, babe. Because I'm
Yeah.
just adding weight from nowhere, bruv. And I'm in the gym. I'm like protein
Yeah.
shakes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm killing the shit out of my ass, yo. And I'm adding weight.
Yeah.
I haven't quit meat.
Yeah.
Bruv, I'm not even drinking water.
More like want meat and quit meat.
You haven't hit subscribe? You have to hit subscribe. We're not moving until you subscribe, by the way. Ebu subscribe so that you hear what Nani was saying. Thank you. Can you allow me to say what I'm saying? All right, let me tell you what I see. I've been watching Ultimatum South Africa.
Oh Lord.
And we gotta talk because I saw some shit there and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on with girls? Like, see Kobaya, let's talk. Girls are not where do I start? Okay.
There's a lot to unpack.
So on Ultimatum, which is basically a show where you're dating this person and you say, you know what, we've been dating too long. You either marry me ama or else, right?
Tuachane. Yeah.
Right? So you take your person there into the show with an ultimatum, which already the questions you'd be asking yourself is, what could possibly go wrong? Everything.
Everything.
So these 6 couples get into the house, but then there's one particular couple which was so toxic. Is what I'm going to focus on. Kanya and this guy,
K.
whatever his name is.
K. I
right?
can't pronounce his South African name,
Kan-
but it's K.
It's K, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck, right?
Don't you recouple with the original one?
He's her guy.
Yeah,
Okay,
K.
so we get
K.
to the story.
Yeah,
Decide on the
yeah, he's
name.
called K.
You shut up. There are people who are watching. They're also saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
We're on the same page.
So now let me tell you what happened. This babe
Yeah.
is. Have you ever met? Have you ever dated a super toxic babe?
Yeah.
And you're into those vibes, or you're like at that point? Well, she like what's toxic for you?
Okay, a toxic person, you might not really get to know they're toxic, but once you start asking yourself whether this person is toxic or not because of how they behave, they treat you, and you wouldn't really outrightly know that this person is like she's bad for you or he's bad for you up until it gets to a point you start weighing things and asking yourself, like, was this really right? Was I really happy? That's when you get to know something.
This nigga in this show, I don't think he's weighing those questions. I don't think he's asking himself. I mean, his mom knows that that babe is psychotic.
Yeah.
Right? But he married her. No, he got her pregnant. Right?
Is it him?
See,
That's the oh my god! You haven't watched the reunion.
The reunion. They had.
I know
a baby.
I know they had a baby.
child.
It's him.
They had a child.
Idiot.
Man.
He's
Anyway,
stupid.
let me tell you what happened. This babe, she'd be like shouting, like the way, like because you two are in a house together, right? She like just imagine the two of you in the house. She doesn't cook. She doesn't clean. She doesn't do anything. You're the one who's cooking, cleaning, washing. You cook for her. I mean, she's cute.
They
so the
live
first
together.
No, so now in this ultimatum, you've been switched. Now you've gotten a new partner, right? So this partner is just like, this Nigerian guy is so happy. He's just like, in fact,
'Cause
initially he thought that
paying.
she's
very paying.
She's
Yeah,
paying.
she's very
so
paying.
he thought, I'm going to show
Jackpot.
He was trying to Felicia his girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
And then after like 2 days, so honeymoon phase, day 1, everything is good. They're even making out. Like, it's like, he even introduced
Wait,
her.
they're making out with...
This babe, yeah. He even introduced her to the farm. Something that the girlfriend has never even
Has been
met.
complaining
like the
about,
girlfriend he's
yeah.
brought who's brought him to this show has never met anybody, not
2
a
years
friend,
in.
nothing.
2 years in.
2 days with this baby, he's already introducing the farms, right?
Baby's pretty, yeah.
Week 1, everything is going good. She's just a diva. You know the way guys can ignore red flags.
Because you're pretty. Yeah.
Week 2, this guy now goes to have a meeting with these other guys. He's like, let me ask you, yeah? This babe, like, is
Does she do
okay?
anything?
Because she didn't cook, she
Yeah.
didn't clean.
Nothing.
Like, you leave and cook for her, she'll finish. The plate, she'll leave it there
Yeah.
for you to come and clean.
Yeah.
Like, you're living in the same house, she didn't care for anything. And I found that so interesting. Like, I know that babes, okay, if you're gonna be picking up after a guy, I say a fucking hell's no.
Yeah, absolutely
right? Like
not.
fuck that shit,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Unless that man is your husband. And
Even
if it's
my
your
husband, bro. Am I
he
your
needs to be
mate?
bringing half to the table. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? At least you need to see him at least take the plate there. But at ile tu umemzoesha ati anachanga tu sahani pahali kila pahali.
Kwani he's a child.
Hiyo nimekata. But a scenario where you don't even just be like, thank you so much for this food. Let me take it to the kitchen and wash this plate. Hey! Apana hapo, there's something wrong. Something's off. Is this normal?
It's not normal. First of all, that girl is not normal. I think we'd need a whole other episode to dissect
to unpack her. You gotta watch that.
mental issues that she has. Because this is someone who even yells at the boyfriend, pours wine all over her, and instead of apologizing, she says, how many times they tell you to leave the bed, so you're justified to pour wine on me?
That's becoming the norm right now.
I'm like, what the fuck?
There is babes out there who don't cook, don't know how to cook. They don't clean, and as in it's this whole notion of I am the table.
You're
not even the table. You are the baby girl, you know, and you've not done these things in your house when you grew up, because you've grown up in a place where
that's a lie. She definitely did those things.
No, but there are people who are raising kids.
There are people who are raised like that, and now you grow older, you get into a relationship, and you go and meet probably now like that guy who's been raised for him to be self-dependent, for him to clean after himself, for him to cook. So basically in that relationship, he's the good cook.
Yeah.
And he's used to doing that. So he'd go on and carry on to do it because he likes this babe, not realizing that it's actually kind of toxic for him to be in such a relationship, because now he's ending up being the botch in the house. And the fact that if it's a relationship, man, it's a big problem. Today we're having a conversation and I was saying, like, this whole weekending, like if I get to weekend with a babe and you've been raised like that, you don't know how to cook, you don't clean. Yani your job is just kujang, you sit on my couch with the remote and asking what's on Netflix or what have you been watching?
Yeah.
And then like I made the food and we've eaten the food and then I go eat you.
And then she eats you back.
And then
she doesn't even eat you back. She just lays
those
there.
Ones don't know how to
They
eat.
know nothing.
Since we discovered it's because you're durable.
Yeah, maish.
Oh God. Anyway.
So like
remember that
you end up since it's your place, so you have to, you know, you can't sit in a house where there's dishes in the sink. You go on and clean it, and mind you, you're the one who made that dinner.
Yeah,
it's a whole weekend. The next day, what are we having for breakfast? As in Z. Nah, that can't happen.
Me, honestly, I feel like, look, to be honest, if you get somebody, whether it's a man or a woman, if you get someone, because I don't want to put so much emphasis on what kind of women are this, because that's not even the angle that I'm taking this at. Me, I'm just like, what human being is this? Right? Like, somebody is doing X. Like, hakuna hile hata pale unasema, at least
even just taking the plate to the sink. Right? Bro, that babe, she's a bully, she's psychotic, she's a narcissist, she's the
crazy.
Most vile human being I have ever seen in my life.
Whoever had her.
And you know, I actually went on Twitter to like see people's responses, because like this can't be normal.
Yeah.
And you know, there are people from her high school who are like, bro, this babe is still the same. Like, she hasn't changed.
Yeah.
She's been the same way since she was 15. We're talking about 15 years later. Because she was what? 32?
Bruh.
There are guys from her high school and primary school in the comments saying, I can't believe this babe has never changed.
But Twitter, you can't trust. Twitter is just, you find one Joyce.
No, but for this one,
10254.
No.
Don't pay up on
Twitter.
Because
this one was a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And because you have seen the behavior yourself, obviously you're going to believe these things. So what I want to understand from you, Kerry, why would a guy stay with someone like that? Like, there's no way someone being hot is enough for you to be with someone forever. Because when him himself, he knows, he even said it, the reason they are not ready to get married, he knows, he keeps saying, you know, we have issues, but by we, he means she has issues. But he doesn't want to leave her. Why?
Joyce, that guy, he loves being hurt.
Clearly.
That's the only explanation. Like, if you watch that guy,
but I want to hear from a guy's perspective.
But I also want to add on what you've said, right? Because you said, why would a babe stay okay, with her toxicity, right? Because remember, there was also a babe who was complaining that the guy, I forget the guy, Genesis.
Yeah, Genesis.
Genesis wouldn't even take his plate to the sink.
Yeah.
And she now was staying with Lindile,
who takes care of everything.
Was taking care of
yeah,
who, like
yeah,
he was
yeah.
picking up from himself. And she's like, this nigga is a shit nigga. He doesn't do shit. Like, so it's also the same for women. Like, I don't understand how a woman would stay with a guy who doesn't even know how to take his plate. Because that for me is a freaking red flag. Like, until you just eat and then you just leave I come to your place and your plates are under the seat, or you know, like there are those guys who put
But you see, for Genesis, he offers other things in the relationship.
Or he leaves them there on there. You know the people who are like that? They just finish eating and they leave the plates there.
Yeah.
Because their mom has zoeshed them or their house help will come and collect after them.
Yeah.
For me, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
And for me, that teaches me that, hey, who you?
And I agree. But you see, for Genesis, that was just an issue they had in their relationship. Genesis was not toxic. This woman brings nothing to the table. It's constantly abusing him, like verbally abusing him, physically abusing him. And at the end of the day, she's the one who wants to get married. He doesn't. He actually ends up giving her a promise ring, which she declines. She's like, oh, I'm never going to disrespect myself like that ever again. But clearly now they're having a child together. Why doesn't he want to leave her? But someone also, being hot can't be a reason to stay with them forever. I want to hear from Kerry. I actually want to hear from a guy's perspective.
Okay, it's hard for me to get to know what would actually drive that guy to be there. I could only speculate. And if it's not the hotness, maybe it's something that he likes. He likes being dominated over.
Surely.
He does. You can tell he does.
Because if he's being treated like trash and he's still in the relationship, then it's something that is probably okay for him. Or the fact that the babe is hot and he's never been with a babe as hot as her. As she
but
is.
he doesn't seem like a guy who has
problems getting babes. He's a good looking guy.
Like ata akitoka kwa hiyo show, immediately he can impregnate half of South Africa. But you know what I think also? What you've said is very correct. I think because I noticed that, like, you'll notice an older couple, the wife is just
mean,
feisty, right? And the Hazi is so soft-spoken there. And he's okay with that dynamic. Right?
That's
like,
crazy.
He likes her feistiness. That's what keeps him alive. That's what he likes. He likes that. And the babe who's treating him nicely is just like, nah.
Boring.
The sexiness is what she says, why can't you?
It's
like, my wife, that's my
sexy.
wife. That's my wife. And that's for me, because he had an opportunity to be with a really nice girl.
Right?
Really nice. But she was just a lot. But she was a really nice girl. And you could see she was nervous losing. Kanye was nervous that this babe could entrap this guy. But this guy he loves Kanye. He
does.
her.
Imagine,
like,
unfortunately.
when she's talking, going psycho, he's just patiently looking at her.
Imagine.
And I'm just like, that if that woman doesn't realize she's got love, like, she's got love. He might be a Kadinya, but like he's
not
everything.
even a Kadinya. He's so loyal.
He's a flat.
Yeah, he's a flat, but he's so loyal, man.
In fact, you know that guy who he reminds me of?
Yeah.
No, bad way. No. Let me tell you what. What about him? He's such a super gentleman.
He is, though.
He's a really nice guy, right? And I could see you in a situation with Kanye.
Yeah, but still,
being pushed over.
Still trying to be like, babe.
It's not how he seemed.
And she's just like, she's like,
babe.
But have you eaten? Are you on your period?
Stop it.
You know you sound better. You know you sound better when you don't do that. Babe, now why are you muggling me things in my face? Babe, did you just spit on me? It's okay. Right?
Whoa.
Because there's a level of feisty that apparently
not anymore.
Nice guy. What did he say? Not
anymore.
Thank you.
Not anymore.
Understood.
Make
Makes
sure
so
you watch,
much
because we
sense.
gotta
Please.
unpack.
We need to unpack because
so make sure you watch
that's
Ultimatum.
if somebody's going through like all of that, I want to bring in now the topic that we wanted to discuss today, about marriage. Because do you have to go through the bad ones like Akina Kanya for you to actually realize that you found someone to settle with? You'd be like the lucky ones, these people who've been
high school sweethearts.
They met in high school and then they decided to get married. Do you remember the time you used to tell yourself you want to get married at 25? I'm sure
laughable.
You both did.
It's laughable.
Can you imagine what kind of drugs that
when
was?
you're being asked at what age would you think you want to get married? You say 25.
I actually didn't want to get married. I decided marriage is the path for me a few years ago. At 20, I was like, I want to be rich. At 25, fuck marriage.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. Me deciding to get married happened a few years ago. I was like, it's not the worst thing. Spending the rest of my life with someone. But in my early 20s, even late 20s, but when I was like 29 is when I was like,
it will get to a point you'd want to get married. Probably.
Yeah, probably.
You remember Vivica Fox?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gilly ran the tape.
When I say a partner, I want someone that's going to be fun. Yeah. That's not intimidated by who and what I am. Yeah. That likes to travel. Yeah. Going to let me go shopping. Yeah.
I feel like you just spoke it into existence.
I hope so, girlfriend.
I feel like you just spoke.
And I'm taking applications.
Oh,
so you got a friend.
Okay.
I'm good.
We'll be all.
And I don't discriminate. He can be. I'm not against different nationalities. And you know that too.
First, that's not Vivica Fox. That's
Why would you say that? Are you just because she's added some weight? You want her to take Ozempic?
I know what happened. She did the opposite of Ozempic. Oh no, sorry. I know what happened. Like she ate Kelly Clarkson's weight. Like, guys, have you seen Kelly Clarkson? But it's okay, guys. There's Ozempic.
Can you stop glorifying this thing? It's not healthy. It's for diabetes.
Did I tell you someone told
diabetes
me on Saturday?
Yeah, but guys are using it for weight loss.
Did I tell you on Saturday? Because Oprah told us it's okay. Right?
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she did.
Shut up.
I shut up, but I got to tell you how we want to sit on this podcast. Anyway, on Saturday, we're going to talk about marriage, but like on Saturday.
What was that smile?
I went to visit someone.
Oh,
and
God.
when I was leaving, my friend went like, "Ooh, girl, you look so good. Ozempic much?" Yeah. So that's a compliment. Like I look fit. Right? Considering I haven't been working out. You know how heavy I am. Like working. Even this conversation is making me hammer. But yeah, how old is Vivica?
She's 60 now. And she wants the boyfriend to turn into a husband. So probably it'll get to that point that you'd want to get married. So that's why I'm asking, like, what's the right age for you to get married?
I feel
you
like
used to say
60.
25. Yeah. 60.
I feel like it's 60. Yeah. It's the first time your hair matches the dress. It's all white. Like when you say all white, now you can match like all white. Like paka viatu. Unanielewa? Is this thing wacky?
Combox.
No, but like I feel like whenever you're ready to marry, that's the right time. Except if it's under the age of that.
I got married at 21.
How did that work out for you?
I got divorced by 25.
That's exactly what I thought.
Because like...
You know, we always talk about this. We gloss over it.
Yeah.
Right? But take us through the madness.
Give us details.
You want to understand.
Yeah.
Why?
I was 21, she was 19. We met.
Guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
We met and it was really cute and nice, like from meeting, you know? And at that age, when you're I was discovering being independent, you know, moving out of my parents' house. I've got a job. I've got my own place. And
like I can take care of you, baby.
Yeah, I can take care of you. And did the whole shebang, you know, like went out on dates and whatnot. And we dated. And then it got to a point I was like, I think this is my person. And that was...
At 21? What do you even know at 21?
Yeah,
you know hormones?
Your prefrontal cortex has not finished developing.
Girl,
Yes,
I don't know about my prefrontal, but my frontals and his frontals at that point, they've been bound in holy matrimony.
I don't think you should make such major decisions before 25.
Since we were so young, we knew like the moment I go and tell my parents,
they'll say no.
Yeah. So they don't understand. I'm the one
we're in love. Guy. Kerry.
Told a couple of my friends and we eloped. We went to the AGs, signed the documents and everything.
Mliva nini? I'm so curious. Mliva nini? Usiniambie uliva jeans.
I can't remember what I wore.
You think they care?
They
what
didn't care. They were in love.
Yeah, I can't.
As long as I have you, baby.
Yeah, I can't really remember.
So
the most important thing was getting the ring. I remember I got the ring at a duty free at the airport. So there was a jeweler over there, went, proposed. She said yes. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. But now, looking back right now, I know I was moving too fast at that time.
Really?
You don't say.
Is
Yeah.
that
You
the
don't
first statement
say.
you want to go with? I was moving too fast.
Yeah, because I was busy trying to discover the person, the relationship, and the marriage all at once.
Wait, did you guys move into now after you
Of
got
course
now
we
you've gotten
did.
married, right?
I mean, before I proposed,
Yeah.
Simi, I had my own place.
So
she
you
was
were
staying with her. She was staying
With
with,
her
her
parents.
mom,
Oh,
right?
okay, uh-huh.
But since it was my place was hers. Most of the time, she'd be in the house. She had my house key. Her clothes were in my house. Most of her clothes. So that's
Guy.
kinda was her house. When I'd go to work, because that time I was at KQ, I'd leave her with my car keys and my house keys, and she'd basically leave.
That was your place,
Yeah,
like the two of you.
at our house.
Uh-huh.
So now I was like, so we've been doing this. What's
What
wrong
the
with
fuck
getting
is wrong
married?
with you, man?
What's wrong with you?
That's it. What the fuck? I feel like you've not even finished showing me Mujiza.
I swear, guy.
Wow, when your parents when your parents found out,
My parents found out after we divorced.
Oh my God.
how long were you married for?
21 to
about-
25, that's 4 years.
About like 2.5-ish years.
Oh, okay.
You were married for 2.5 years,
Yes.
bruh.
Do you know what the worst thing about it? Actually, divorce system in Kenya is terrible.
Shit, yeah. It's
Do you know,
shit.
like, you have to go to court and explain to the judge why you want to get a divorce. The judge can actually tell you,
Stop.
go back home and work
And
on your
practice and
marriage.
figure it
Ah,
out.
stop
yeah.
joking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stop joking.
For real.
Yeah. And this is
For real.
Do you remember me asking
It's
you
not
guys?
like at in
At
States
in the
where
States
sign
where you
here,
just
sign
sign.
here. It's that. You have to go to court.
Shut
They call your
up.
name, you stand up.
when him wrong was it? When him wrong?
Guy.
So there you went to say die because tambu dem. Na yani tambui.
Guy.
Obviously, at that time, by the time it got to
By the time you guys were divorcing, were you toxic to each other?
yeah, we weren't really talking to each other, and there was a lot of anger towards each other because of what had transpired in the relationship. And at that time, when you'd go to, like, let's say if I'd be speaking to my lawyer about this, if you're speaking to our lawyer about this, it's always pointing fingers and calling out names and whatnot.
Yeah.
But now we are grown-ups and cordial, and it's way better. We even look back at it and laugh at it.
You
Of
guys,
course,
Because
it's
we were
been
like, what were we
at
thinking?
yourselves.
Yeah, it's been a century
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
But you know, it's so interesting you mentioned that. So first, hey Kerry.
Did you?
Yeah, you're even speechless.
Did you just at least? Okay, no.
No, I'm serious. Like to me, this is all. And you remember when we were prepping for this, I asked you guys, what is the importance of marriage? Like marriage, like.
Yeah.
You know, having, like you said, the divorce aspect. Because I was listening to Diary of a CEO, and this top New York divorce lawyer is called James Sexton. And this guy talks more. I know. I love his name. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I wonder whether he's having tons of sex.
You can't just be an adult and just let it
No,
go.
bro.
You
Like,
can't
what's the
just
fun
let
in
it
that?
go. You
What's
can't
the
just
fun
let
in
it
that?
I'm
go.
sure you caught
That's why
it.
he said
You
the
can't.
name
You're
here.
not, you're a child. You're a child. Just
Joyce,
it's-
I'm telling you because I'm a child. I could have told you he's just a psychologist, but I'm not like.
He's the one who reacted. I mean, I let it go. Okay, I'm sorry. We're all children.
You disappointed us.
Don't worry. We're all children.
Why didn't
We're
you
all very
react?
mature.
Anyhow, so
He has a ton
Jemo
of sex.
was saying how, we're on half name basis. He was saying how, like, because he's like the number one top divorce lawyer in New York. And you know how divorce is so common in New York? So let me give you some stats. Like 54% of people are going to divorce. 54%.
Yeah.
That's
Who are
more than
married
half.
right now.
Yes, more than half of the marriages are going to end up in divorce. But 86% of people who get divorced remarry.
Dun, 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 dun. Go hit subscribe and support us. Okay, Just go on with the episode.
Or to other people.
So you see the way Carrie still has aspirations that we're going to talk about. I want you to think about two things. I want you to think about your wedding day when it eventually happens. Not those ones where you've run to the AG's office and do things undercover because you're trying to shag. But like, if you're being legit, see, like, it's just because you didn't want her to go home. You wanted to have her all to yourself, right? And you saw marriage as a simple option to get her.
Yeah.
And you're being a toy.
It's crazy.
Guy. Anyway. And then I also want you to think about advice to your future selves about like the day now you've just engaged someone, right?
Yeah.
You've just gotten engaged or you're just about to get married. What advice you have for this future version of yourself? And I know for some of you, I need to say future.
For some of you, say for yourself, please. Say for yourself.
Future version of you.
Say for yourself,
Me,
please.
babe, naweza kukushock.
Say for yourself.
Kesho naweza kuja hapa kani mangoto. Right? I'm like the first one ameniweka nasema, I don't believe it.
Let me tell you, I will buy your wedding dress if that happens.
Rocking over here, guys.
I will.
Guys. Anyway,
Hey.
so he was talking about how, divorce is so crazy rampant. But the funny thing I learned from this guy is a lot about marriage. And the one question he asked is, why is marriage important? Like, why is it? In your understanding, because you've just said something very interesting. You said divorce, getting out of it. Where? It's not a thing for, I'm just out. Why did you need to go to the AG's office? As in, I know it's a very silly question, but like, why do you feel like you needed to do this? Because here you are, you and this girl, you've already agreed that you love each other.
Yeah.
Why not just stay with each other?
Yeah.
Why not just start together and just be like, we're doing this life thing together?
I think I went and I did it, or rather we did it that way and went to the AG's office to get a legally binding document, because that's what it is. Like, marriage is usually some sort of contract between two adults deciding to, like, you dedicate your lives to each other fully, legally, so that if something happens in life by, let's say you get to grow together, invest together, there's properties, there's properties, there's businesses, you've got this legally binding document with somebody that they are tied to you, and it gets to that time, like, let's say we've grown and made a couple of millions. Okay,
so she gets to see me as Abi.
Allah?
Any chill.
You have no chills today.
I swear.
Zero.
Me, I don't know where I was
Nimekuambukiza
at my
nini?
handcuffs. Hey, continue.
So most people get married because marriage is a contract. So when it gets to that time of divorce, we are not fighting over properties.
But you see, that's what you've just said is the antithesis of that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
People get married. Getting out of it becomes
difficult, headache.
In fact, I don't even care whether it's been 5 minutes of marriage or 60 years of marriage for some strange reason. And it's always the fight about the properties and things, right? So here's my thinking. So if marriage is about that legally binding, right? And you've said for the businesses and all that, why not just when you're doing any purchases of stuff, right? You can do a legal thing,
paperwork,
right?
Yeah.
Which doesn't necessarily mean that, like, I have to be in control of your life. Like, where does the law come in all this, right? You have a lawyer who just helps you put these affairs in order.
That's true.
I feel like one thing about marriage is that we've made it, it's religion, right? It's because
and it's very westernized.
Our shoshos were doing this thing. They were just like this one and that one, and the messiahs they'll be. There was no. What's the one I'm looking for? There was no paperwork, right?
Yeah.
And those marriages lasted longer than these ones where there is actual paperwork, there's due property to be signed here and whatnot. But somehow these things were obvious. And even at the end of the day, if you agree with this person, like, say we've decided we're doing this life thing forever, right? Because us doing pam pam param does not reaffirm my commitment to you. It doesn't. In fact, if anything, this thing only used to make sense when people really cared about, I did this, and so because I got into this pact, I have all these witnesses, I can't step out of my marriage. Please. Now, you're even inviting the babe you're going to smash
the side
this
chick
evening. you're just like, babe. So come kwa hii nini
Niko na event leo.
Come kwa hii event ndio tutoke pamoja. Tukweka gari moja. And this is your motherfucking wedding.
Imagine.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this institution, for me, the things that the institution used to do or were created to do is no longer doing.
Yeah.
Right? Because if being in this institution is what will make me commit to you, right? Then it makes sense. But if I have no respect, like in this country, there's no respect for marriage.
No, but
so why would you get into this institution of madness?
When you find that one person who like aligns with what you are trying to do, they understand about for you to get married, you've got it has to be through the law. Like you have to get that document from the registrar, whether you get it in church, whether you get it at the AGs, whether you go to the mosque, depending on how you want to get married.
That's
when you
what I'm
get
asking.
that one person to get to agree for you to go and get the document, as in, I don't think it's going to be an issue of as to why you've decided to go that way, as the way that most people are expected to go.
Expected by
have the
who?
wedding.
And that's a question I'm asking you, Kerry. Why do you need that document?
You know, I feel like
What?
Because it's legally binding. It's not because of divorce. As in, what I'm trying to say is, when you get that one person who understands that that's what you need to get for you to get married, I mean, you'd go and get the document, knowing that it's a legally binding contract between two consenting adults, where now you're going to like tell the law that you and this person are together.
Why?
Whatever you're going to, because that's what marriage is, to become one.
That's your answer. You're telling me a lot of and I'm asking that question. Marriage. Why? Why
do you need a piece of paper?
Why? Why do you need to tell the government that me and you now are going to do this life thing forever? And
For
remember,
the benefits that come with it,
first question,
the benefits that
the
come
first
with
thing you
it.
answered was things like property, contracts,
Yeah.
I said, we can sign contracts and own property
Yeah.
without getting married. And nothing about the idea. And I said, this religion thing has sort of mixed it up to make you feel like, it's a covenant before God, right? Choose. Is it a covenant before God? Is it about contracts? Is it about, if it is a covenant before God, then I'd understand, you're doing this. You have witnesses in front of the church and you're getting into this thing. But the way, and most of these marriages that we're talking about, let's just be honest, stop bringing these things in front of God. He's looking at you and he's just like, what the
Rubbish.
fuck?
I don't think it's
Because you're not even following the principles of that religion first that we're talking about.
Of how
right?
you're supposed to go
but
about
a lot
it.
of people think that bringing someone into a marriage will make them yours. Wrong.
They
They're
can still
not,
do whatever
right?
they want.
Me, I'm working with what is out here,
Yeah.
right? If the most single people are married people,
I swear
that
to
already
God.
tells you that the institution is broken,
Yeah.
right? But now I'm starting with your point of divorce. How hectic was it to come out of the marriage?
Yeah, it was
Right,
hectic.
but that's just a
I have
2-1.
a point. I'm not
a
agreeing
2-year
with
one.
what you're saying.
Yeah, don't
I'm
agree.
just letting you
Don't agree.
finish.
Don't agree with what I'm saying. Me, I'm just asking. Right? At this day and age, does this institution make sense as it is? Right? If it is about, we're going to, so here's my thinking is like, I've done this life thing with somebody, or I'm doing this life thing with somebody who've been dating for like 3 years, and we're saying, you know what, we're kind of going good.
Yeah.
Let's keep going, because even a marriage, that's what it is. Like, you could go for 40 years and then just decide, nah, we're not doing
We're
this
done,
anymore.
yeah.
And you exit, right? Exits can happen,
Yeah.
whether you're in or not necessarily whether governors or not, they could end. But the contracts, the binding contracts, for example, like properties and whatnot, I feel like the emotion of it is what has now blinded people, sort of. And they think that, mine is yours and yours is mine, right? So even to have that conversation of like prenup, for example, people are unable to have those conversations, because when I tell you, yeah, babes, let's sign a prenup, you say, unafikiri ni kwa sababu kuna vitu. I'm just like, I just want us to be, you see the way we love each other hard right now. When we're breaking up, we are not going to
forget
see
all of
eye to
this.
eye,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So let's protect ourselves so that when we are fighting fair, right? But even those kind of conversations people don't like to have, because prenup is, you're not about to break up. See me, imagine it starts.
Not all people who get married and get not even the prenups, but gets the marriage certificate and the documents, it's not because like what I said, the main reason is not because you want to invest together and you want to you want like an equal share of whatever you're going to get when you divorce. It's not that. I think marriage would work best if the two people who are coming together are both aware that, one, legally, for you to get from all the tax benefits and like if you're ever incapacitated to a point that you're not going to be able to be of sound mind to think of whatever business or investment or anything you've done for yourself, you've got somebody who is like-minded as you with the same type of goal would step up and be there for you, would be able to do that. I think the law allows your spouse to be able to have the power of attorney. Like when it gets to that point, maybe God forbid, knock on wood, you're vegetable and something has to be done with that life support machine. As in they go
but
to
you
your
can always
spouse.
appoint. You can always appoint these people.
Yeah, I know you could always appoint these people, but before you get to appoint that person, you could also get your wife to do it. And then there's something else you said about...
I'm still not convinced about this marriage thing, guys. I'm just saying it only makes sense because it's the longest thing we've been doing. It makes sense to a lot of people. There's no other way, right? But there are people who've been doing... I don't want to call it come we stay.
No, listen, the contract works. Marriage contract would work if both people want it to work. If one person wants it to work and the other person is there just because, it's not gonna work. And
so
the contract is the union, where now you decide that you are going to be with this person forever. It's
but
not
Kerry,
a weekend. It's not
before Joyce jumps in.
Both of you decide to make it work, it's gonna work, and that's what it's all about.
Fantastic. How many people are at the I do, and you're still not sure? So it still doesn't answer the question for me.
So don't make those people make you think that marriage is not a good thing. What is make you question marriage and keep on asking like why get married?
My question here is that why? I'm still not convinced. Like I'm still not getting reasons that say, I should definitely do this. And note, my parents are in a very happy marriage. Like, well, from what they show us, they seem happy, right? But for me, it doesn't seem like something that's just like, wow, I cannot wait to get into this. I think we're all looking for somebody who can be a good support system, somebody who maybe you can have kids with and start a family with, but doesn't necessarily have to fit conventional norms, and especially the function as it is right now, right? I don't want to be running after Sujui Baba Nani, right? Like, look, in a marriage, it would be difficult for us to kubali ati, you can do your thing, right? But if we are just partners who are doing this life thing together, like you can have a life partner, like what Oprah has, for example. Yeah. She has a life partner. They're not putting definitions on that. I don't think her man is running after her to be like, like we never think about why we get into these things. And I feel like a lot of people who I've spoken to who are in marriages, like if they had a choice, I feel like a lot of them got into that place because they got of age. Right? And now their family is like, when am I going to have kids? Where is the wife? Where is the... And they never knew that they had the option of, I already have somebody I've been doing this life thing with for the past 7 years. It's just that you've been seeing her. And that's just what us guys are going to do for the next foreseeable future.
Yeah. So I get both your points, but now the issue here is we've already given the government so much power with that document. And there are a lot of things that cannot move forward if the status of marriage isn't there. Like when it comes to children, or if you're going to have a life partner who's from another country, you guys will have to get married so that even you can get that passport, so that even traveling with your kid is easier. You don't have to keep going to like the embassy every other time you want to take your child to go and see their grandparents from the other side. Like we've already given, whoever put this thing into law is the one who fucked up. Because why are we giving the government so much power over our union?
Yeah,
like that's where the issue is.
Even getting out of that union,
because even getting out of it is so hard.
You had to put the like a judge has to sit there and ask you, are you guys sure? And you already
I'm like,
know
it's
you
none
guys
of your
are
business.
done.
Exactly.
Right? But I get it. This is not a conversation that a lot of people are open to have. But funny enough, I feel like this is a conversation Gen Z is ready to have.
Exactly.
Because the convention of marriage doesn't necessarily like this. Look,
and also, like for me personally, I don't know if it's the same for everyone. My mom's side of the family never did marriage certificates. All my mom and her sisters, they rashiad, which is called a rurashio. And the most they did was got an affidavit to go and change their last names to their husband's names. I never saw my parents with wedding rings. None of my aunties have wedding rings. All of them did it the traditional way.
Yeah.
And the commitment I would feel is so much stronger than those who did the white wedding. Because they already chose each other. Like the families met. Like I feel for when this westernized way of doing marriage came into our traditions, that's why we fucked up.
Like you have to scoop her off her feet.
Yeah, like that's why we fucked up. Because for us traditionally, marriage was a community thing. That's why Rorashio was very important.
Thank you.
Like the whole family had to be there. Those were your witnesses.
But you still
Like,
go
both
on and
sides
get
of
the
the-
affidavit. I think, man,
No,
like,
the
there's no way
affidavit-
you could lenga.
But you see now, the affidavit was to
change
change your
the
name
name.
so that the
'Cause
government knows
legally,
this
you
is your
have a name.
husband. Do you understand what
So
I'm
that
saying?
the
So the
government
government,
knows.
so the government still had a say
It's the
in
power
how they
that-
go about
Yes,
things.
that's what
you
I'm
know
trying
what I
to say,
mean?
like,
But Carrie,
Gava
So
has
giving
got to be
them that
involved.
power was the issue.
But also
it has
remember-
nothing to do with commitment.
You know, maybe on another episode we can have this conversation. I saw that there's a lady who you talked about perks of being in a marriage.
Yeah.
And there are lots of perks that people who are outside of a marriage miss because, you know, like for example, if you're single your whole life, right?
Yeah.
There are benefits for people who are couples, right? So there's now somebody who's proposing a bill that also single people should be able to access some of those. And it's right.
Yeah.
And in that conversation, I'd also say those people who are life partners.
Exactly. Would have an
Because
easier time.
I don't have to drink your Kool-Aid for me to be able to access
benefit.
services from the government.
Exactly.
Right? And believe me, we're going to have this conversation in another 10, 15 years, right? Because the reality is marriage as it is.
Yeah.
As it is.
Yeah. It's
People
not
are
working.
struggling, trying to figure it
Yeah.
out. And at the bottom of it is, as much as it's your responsibility to the community, the two of you. Right? So before we end this, I had asked you guys to describe your wedding day because I think it's obvious that mine there's no wedding day. Right? But before we get to that, let's talk about advice to your future self who's about to get married. Right? So I'll go first. No engagement for more than a year. Okay?
Agreed.
Yes.
Or like from proposal to the wedding.
Yeah.
It has
Yes.
got to be.
Yeah.
Agreed.
By the time you're opening your mouth and saying, hey, let's do a ceremony
Yeah.
to just tell people that we're doing this life thing together forever, right? Like by that time we've said, let's do this life journey forever. We should have, after that I say yes, we now set a date and now we work backwards.
Yeah.
Hakuna hii kitu ya kuniweka 8 months, 8 years nikingojea. Kwani wewe ni nani wewe?
Advice to myself: live together during engagement. I mean, if you want to live together while you guys are dating
Before
and everything
marriage.
or whatever, like before you get married, you need to live together because that is a catalyst for breakup. So you need to figure out if this is someone. No, because if you guys live
so
together
right.
and you don't break up, you're
Yeah,
meant to be.
yeah.
Imagine
Alright,
you're meant to be.
So live together during engagement. You
Yes.
also agree like it should be less than a year.
Yes, definitely less than a year.
So live together like 9 months or so.
Yeah, like as soon as possible.
It might be okay.
Before you get
Some
married.
people live together for like close to a year and a half, and then like on the 3rd year, that's when you're like, wow.
No, but living together the first year is always the hardest. Even when it comes to people who want to go like the religion way and they don't want to live together before they get married, those ones will always tell you the first year of marriage is the hardest because they're adjusting to being in the same house.
You've lived with someone before.
I've lived with someone
Okay,
before.
yeah.
It's
So you know.
difficult, bro.
Alright.
It's difficult.
I think I'd say, oh, wait, what's yours?
I'd run your name through CRB, making sure that you don't have debts.
Utaki madeni?
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
like,
because it becomes ours.
Yeah, that's marriage contract, man. Like your debts become mine,
it's ours,
and me,
yeah.
I've been living my life in a way
Debt
where
free.
it's debt free, and then now we get to a point that so now you've been servicing loans I have to go and pay for.
Man.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better declare.
It's very
like
important.
you better declare. It's okay for you to say that you've got this and this and this.
Yeah.
Other than hiding, and then it gets to that point you've gotten married. That's when you've built the house, and then auctioneers are there. They're like, tumeona KRA umekuwa ukisema uko na nyumba ni tunachukua.
Ni yetu sasa.
E-teams. Make sure you get their E-teams password. I think I feel like this one is kind of savage, but hire a private investigator. Because why? To discover if these people have skeletons in their closet.
For real.
Yeah. Like things like criminal record. You know, people are not forthcoming with this info, and then you'll discover for yourself when it's a bit too late. You know, that time cops have come for you. Ama, you know, like you're in this marriage 5 years later, and they're like, babe, no, actually what happened? Guys in the estate, they found me with this kid. I found her on the street, I was returning her. And then they said that
he's a registered pedophile.
Right? Like, that's some shit I needed to know, right? I'm sure you're going to try and hide it uko undercover because you are not guilty. But it's info that I need to know. So I'd hire a private investigator just to ensure that like there are no... It's like, I don't want children coming from nowhere, right? I don't want to...
So let me ask you, if you find nothing, will you tell them you investigated them?
No.
So you're starting the marriage with lies.
I tell them they're tukiendeleanga.
Nah, I think you should tell them they passed the test.
What? No, that already shows you don't trust them. How can you start a marriage without nini? Without trust?
Yes,
there is.
No, check. If you tell them that,
there should be.
If you tell them that and they stay,
Me, I don't. I'm not part of this conversation.
Watu wenye kula na roho kwa marriage nyinyi ndio mko na roho juu.
They are married. You want them to wear condoms.
Bwana yako anafanya nini hapa nje? Bibi
So
yako
you
anafanya
have
nini hapa
trust
nje?
issues, Kwambox. You have trust issues.
Yeah.
You have trust issues. No, you have. Who had you? Who had you? No. Who had you? You need to tell us who had you. You need to tell us. I would tell myself to elope, and not like the AG kind of like elope. I don't want the pressure of planning a wedding. I don't want that pressure.
You don't want witnesses, basically.
No, I want witnesses, but like my eloping would be like, that's what I'm saying. It's not in the traditional sense. Like 10 people, my mom, my brother, my best friend, and then we pick a few, like not even a handful, three people, four people, go somewhere by the beach. We don't even need a priest. We just need someone who's ordained, do the thing, start life.
If you do it like
that.
Vivica.
Remind me about that when we're talking about how we want our weddings to be like.
Yeah.
If you do it like Vivica, my friend, it will be too easy because most people will be dead or too old to move around.
Oh my God.
Right?
They'll have to go ask the doctor. You know how you have to ask your doctor if you can travel.
Exactly. The grandchildren.
I already have anxiety as is. I'm not going to add anxiety
the doctor is like, no, with your pacemaker, you can't board a plane.
I need to go.
It's not safe.
I need to go for Joyce's wedding.
So yeah,
bring the oxygen tank.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely elope, but not in the. I'm waiting for the same thing you're waiting for. I'm waiting for you to subscribe.
I'd ask my future self to find out and to get to know whether this person has unearthed their childhood traumas. They are mentally aware of their feelings.
Yeah.
Because I can't do a relationship with someone who's
not dealt with their trauma.
Not dealt with their trauma. And then they resurface later on deep in the marriage. Start affecting the kids.
One on point. Joyce Chappelle last time. Back against one just like you just tell Kwambooks to go for therapy. All right.
He was
I
not
get
pointing.
Mine would be practice run that surname before you embrace it.
So for real.
Yeah, you know.
You don't want to be Mrs. Mbarambamba.
First, I don't even think I'm taking anybody's surname. Let's just be honest.
Facts,
like I really, I'm.
You're a brand.
I'm
girl.
a single. What do you call it when you have just
single
one
name celebrity?
Yeah, like I only have one name, and then you want to add Onyango there.
Mbona utaki watu wenu?
Onyango.
Would you keep all your names? You know, like how Kim Kardashian did Kim Kardashian West.
Like
she wasn't Kim West.
Unless that name is like, listen, let me tell you something. I gotta be honest, right? Like, okay. I feel like there's so many people like me who do the same thing. Like, it depends on the name. Like, if the name is Odinga, right? Or Kenyatta.
Yeah, like a powerful name.
You know, like I can just be at over there, Wamturi. Wamturi ni akina nani ati washwiri. What is washwiri? Right? Ongingi. Bro, keep that name to yourself. Like, your dad told you can share that name. Tell your dad.
Stay with
Daddy,
it.
I'm keeping my name.
Munyonyi.
Bro.
You know, like some weird name.
Munyonyi.
Munyonyi. You know, like some weird ass
Lakini Waluya wanakuanga na jina.
Waluya.
That's why he's called Martin.
Now I'm called Murunga.
Okay, that's not bad. That's
Yeah.
not bad.
I said Murunga. Oh my God.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is just make sure you tembesha hiyo jina kwanza. Ask your friends to call you, you know, like sideways.
Yeah.
Like when you're out there, they're like, Ongingi. Like, hey.
Mrs. Munyonyi.
In public, mtu anakuita hapo, Wamnyo. Mnyonyi. Yeah, they're like, babes, I don't think we can marry. Right? Alafu sasa nikuulize, mtu anaitwa Wanyonyi. Right? Akiwa moja anaitwa nani?
Munyonyi.
Anywho,
You're not
that's all
nice.
I'm saying. But now, as we wind up,
God.
hey, we're learning so much about each other
Telling
here.
you. Oh, and final thing I would tell myself, do a health background check. We're talking about everything from physical to mental. Diabetes I can deal with. Schizophrenia, we have to break up. Okay? Jumi mwenye, I'm already crazy. We can't just be adding like some more crazy into it. It's just, do you want our child to have a chance or not? That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, if you feel Joyce is attacking you, she's on her period. Understand?
Yeah. On period.
Thank you. You'd marry someone who has like schizophrenia that runs in their family.
No.
They'll kill you in your sleep. And then now your child has to grow up without a mother because you didn't check the background of the father and now he killed you.
Let me just ask you a question.
I know, I've gone so far
I
left.
feel like, look, it's true. There's some conditions that they're so rare. Like you have to make sure that you check that if it is a gene in your family, the chances are if it's double gene,
Hey, bro.
ineza maliza. Lakini, I don't know why you picked schizophrenia. I actually have a friend, who their family has schizophrenia.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's cool. I mean, it's your reality, right? Like it's the same thing. Like me, I'm just like, yeah, if you know you have a short gene in your family, right? Like, like I'm sorry.
It can't work.
You know, like
What if they have recessive tall genes? He just missed it. And then now you're denying your child the chance to be a 6'2"
I'm
or
not
something.
denying my child anything. I'm the one who's denying myself something here. I'm just saying, like, watch out to pitane. No, but like I'd love to hear your share with us. Yeah.
Usimalize niko na yangu.
Gani?
And it's the most important one.
What?
Like you have to care that I care about Arsenal.
Oh my Jesus
I'm not
Christ.
gonna go into a marriage and then nianze kuambiwa vitu za ati umekasirika, it's just football.
What if I care
You
about
don't get me.
What if she cares about Manchester
you don't-
United?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just you understand that I care about Arsenal.
Yeah. Just remind yourself that.
Yeah, when I don't want to talk because that football game was not nice. Yeah, you understand.
Guys,
See, ni ball too.
Sa unalia, guy.
Sasa hatutongeleshwa kwa hiyo kwa sababu ati Arsenal haijashinda Premier.
Oh,
Sasa
God.
namba 2 ni kitu ya kutulilia hapa.
I saw another video. This baby's like, at you just support another team.
Did she get kicked out of the house?
Ama she's
Just
like,
pick the winning team.
hey. At least sasa Premier League iko finals. I swear. Anyway, all I'm saying is, but yeah, it matters who you married. Remember, this is a time capsule we're creating for ourselves for our future. So, Kerry, remember that. Don't find a hot painting and be like this. What the
Kanya.
Then now you forget. Then now remind yourself if she doesn't love, if she's not sympathetic to your losses, because I know I can foretell even in the future Arsenal are gonna shindwa, right? Like that. She takes care of your emotions.
Okay.
It's called backhanded compliments. Right. All right. So as we wind up, describe your wedding. And next episode, guys, we're going to talk about something so serious.
What?
Something so serious.
What?
Something so serious.
We'll
is
grasp
it?
it by there.
Yeah.
We will
Masturbation.
masturbate.
Wanking.
Or
What's the first name you had for masturbation?
Masturbation.
Yeah. Which is hectic. It's like hectic.
I've already told you guys I'm not going to have a wedding.
What do
I'm
you
going to have my
call?
10 people by the beach.
Stop it. I know the joke.
I told you.
one.
I'm going to...
I know the joke.
She doesn't.
Okay.
Say, tell her.
Tell her. No, finish with the joke. Describe your wedding. Right? It's the day of your wedding, right? Not whether it's Rurash or whether it is whatever, or whether it's pam pam param, as you know, it's your 5th wedding. You better look like you'll do a Nunje wedding. The best chances that she'll be from Central, who calls Central facing. Tunajua Aluya.
Unapenda Central facing sana.
Yeah. Mtu labda ametoka Meru, Embu, Central. Hizo Central facing. Yeah. Right? So umefanya Rura show. Yeah, Waluya inaitwa Mumasho.
I have no idea.
No.
Imagine like everybody calls it Rura show.
Imagine. Mliba tu jina yetu.
So nyote mumevaa hapo Ankara from West Africa, right? So let's describe that wedding day.
I start with mine? Mine's going to be private. It won't have so many people. And it
Give us a figure. Give us an estimate.
50, 70, 100.
Yeah, 50 to 100 maybe. Really close people. And it'll only be a church ceremony. Like after that, you see how you see white people having movies, that you having weddings in the movies. Wedding ikisha, tunaingia kwa gari, kona tukanza. Just married. After that, you get your Uber, you go home. Reception, jipange.
Najua watu wa church ni wale wenye hawaja invitiwa. Unaona kama hivi venye nilivitiwa ile kitu ya Bobby V. Wani watu wa church. Hao wanasemanga ati you just married, unafikiri ati wanaenda sasa kwa bash. Where you are not invited.
There's no bash. Me as in ni kukula utakula nyumbani. Mi pia nataka.
Nenda honeymoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Joyce, your sounds boring.
Yeah, first, let me just start by saying, I feel like I'm those people who my social battery will die in the middle of a wedding. I'll be like, why are all these people here? Like, I want to go home. I want to sleep.
Okay, Joyce,
you know,
why are you having your wedding on your period day? Right? Like, can we move to another day?
No, I'm talking about a normal day.
This is yours 2 weeks after your periods.
No, I'm saying
you are glowing.
No, I'm saying on a normal day, I don't have social battery for people. Like, I have to mentally prepare myself. I swear to God, it has nothing to do with my period.
You need vitamin D.
Have you not noticed?
That one, like the normal one. You need
have
to
you not noticed? Like sometimes I just like zone out.
Girls,
my social battery issues.
Vitamin D.
That the D is not the problem. I'm getting enough D.
No, that's what
vitamin D. So
yeah, you saw the video, the hand.
Like I said,
definitely
12 people by the beach. I'll probably get one of my friends to like get ordained and marry us, and then that's it.
The thing about beach weddings is, someone has to shout.
Yeah.
Because
unless you
sit,
but see, will be very
few in a line.
Yeah,
right?
but
so the pastor is here, and then if you
like, doesn't have to be by the beach. By the beach, we can be like,
hello.
Oh, you know where I would really like this place. Lit House in Watamu. I'll probably hire it out for like my 12 friends and then call it a day.
What are you having? Are you having anyway? Thank you.
Yeah, that would be my wedding.
Thanks.
Yeah.
This is in the future where you have money and imagination. And,
yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
The money is there. I just need the man.
All right. So first things first. I can see all the most important people in my life at that time. All of them. The most important people in my life at that time. So there'll probably be like maybe less than 100, right? And it's a place with lots of beautiful trees. So I love trees, and there's a stream at the bottom there. So it's a beautiful garden, right? So it's a garden wedding. And yeah, so there's no religious anyone. It's just me and this person reaffirming our commitment and love to each other, and promising that we are going to try our best to do this journey for as long as we can.
Yeah.
Right?
Well done.
And then there is there will be bouncers for the next part, where entrance, because I
entrance
pay for
fee.
shit.
Entrance fee.
Like people
buy your own drinks.
5K per person. So kila mtu
I love
anakuja.
it.
For real.
Me, I'll pay, imagine.
Yes.
I'll pay.
It makes utmost sense.
Exactly.
If you're coming, even Jungu's like, you pay for your table,
Yeah.
right? Or if my dad has decided, which I don't see it, to pay for everybody. No.
Absolutely not.
And if their dad decide they want to pay for things, whatever. But I'd love that money we're keeping, because everybody is paying for themselves. And that is their commitment to, if you really want to come see me, you should be able to pay for your own table.
True.
Your seat at the table to witness. Witness free.
Oh, and also, shout out to Esther Kazungu. I don't know if you know the content creator.
Yeah.
That's how her and her husband got married. They went to the Aegis office. She wore her wedding dress. They took pictures. Them and close friends went to a restaurant. Everyone paid for their drinks and food, and they went home. So kudos to you guys.
Esther Kazungu.
Yeah.
Hiyo jina utafaa kuchange kwa sababu sana nafikiri hizo njaro zako ni za wazungu.
Yeah.
Unafaa sasa kuitwa Esther Kaafrika. Right? Because hizo njaro zako zimenibamba.
Yeah, I really admire
For
that.
reals.
Like they did their own thing. I love it.
Let us know what you want for your wedding, and also let us know, describe your wedding day. Also let us know what your thoughts are about marriage, because you can clearly see we are all coming from different schools of thought. But make sure you join us for our next conversation. And there's a reason why we're talking right into the camera. I don't know which camera I'm talking to. I feel like I'm doing this one. Thank you. Join us for our next episode where we'll be talking about things that matter to all of us, right? Things that are at the center of our
At the
Joyce,
center.
what do you call
Next
it?
episode.
It's time for my joke.
Listen to me. Next episode. Yes. Masturbation.
Yeah, what do you call someone who's perfected the art of placing and winning bets?
What?
A master better. As in, you even asked what?
Joyce. Twende.
No, see, I was indulging.
Show is over.